Welcome to the Ogden City Council's quick meeting recap for the work session and City Council meeting that took place on Tuesday, May 17th, 2022. In the work session, the Council reviewed the proposed budget for the Fire Department and Medical Services Enterprise Fund. The total budget for the Fire Department is $10,431,800, which is a 6.9% increase from the last fiscal year. The total budget for the Medical Services Enterprise Fund is $10,344,075, which is an 8.9% increase from last fiscal year. The budget includes a 14% wage increase for sworn employees. Another significant change is the addition of 6 new employees, which will be funded by reappropriating $309,875 in funds from small tools and equipment for 4 firefighters and a budget increase of $143,000 for 2 EMT firefighters. There was also a budget increase of $108,025 to allow for the replacement of a new ladder truck in 10 years. The fire department plans on establishing a new truck company comprised of 4 firefighters and 2 EMT firefighters to help support Station 1, which has been overburdened in recent years. The council also reviewed and discussed the proposed capital improvement project within the fire department. The proposed CIP fund amount of $1.3 million for the upcoming fiscal year is part of a multi-year funded project totaling $3.1 million for maintenance and replacement of a fire training tower, fire logistics facility, and fire stations. The council then reviewed and discussed the proposed fiscal year 2023 budget for the Community and Economic Development Department. The proposed budget of $7,819,415 is a 13.63% increase from the previous fiscal year. Significant changes in the proposed budget include a proposed net increase of 7 new full-time employee positions across the department, $1.1 million in additional personal costs for the new positions, cost of living increases and benefits, a $5.9 million decrease in the airport fund as one-time state and federal grant awards took place in fiscal year 2022, a $4 million reduction in the Business Depot Ogden as less fund balance is being transferred. It's also being proposed to move the management of Union Station under Arts, Culture, and Events. The council also reviewed the proposed fiscal year 2023 CIP projects for the Community and Economic Development Department. The proposed CIP projects for CED include $300,000 for public improvements to the 9 Rails Creative District area and $46,175 for improvements to the junction. Other projects include continued funding for the expansion of the TSA holding room and terminal at the Ogden Airport. The council then reviewed and discussed the arts grants proposals for fiscal year 2023. Each year, the Ogden City Council appropriates grant funding to support various local arts organizations and programs. The Ogden Arts Advisory Committee and administration review each application and provide recommendations to the council. The fiscal year 2023 budget includes $150,000 of available grant funding, which is $50,000 higher than last year. Grants include $15,000 in general support for Imagine Ballet Theater, $15,000 in general support for Ogden Friends of Acoustic Music, $12,000 for Nurture the Creative Mind to support the Dia de los Muertos celebration, and many others. A complete list of organizations and events supported through the proposed arts grants can be found in the meeting results document of our website. The arts grants will be considered along with the budget. The council, acting as the redevelopment agency board, then reviewed the proposed fiscal year 2023 budget for the RDA. The proposed budget of $14,026,800 is an increase of 31.6% from the previous fiscal year. The RDA is funded primarily through tax increment received from the various redevelopment districts. Contributions from BDO lease revenue are also included in the agency's revenue. A contribution from the agency to the general fund covers services provided to the RDA by city administrative staff. The proposed budget includes $12 million for tax increment districts, including $2.5 million for the Wonder Block project within the Continental CRA district. A complete breakdown of the proposed RDA and Ogden City fiscal year 2023 budgets discussed in the work session can be found in the results document on our website. In the council meeting, the Diversity Commission highlighted 7 Ogden community members as part of Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. The recognition included Weber State Professor Linda Oda, Tona Sushi Bar and Grill owners Tina and Tony Chen, community leader Deborah Thacken, program manager for the Munitions Sustainment Division at Hill Air Force Base Aloha Reynolds, and the late owner of Jimmy's Flowers, Aiko Kusuda. The council then adopted a joint proclamation declaring June 4th as D. Smith Day in Ogden City. The late D. Smith was a Weber County attorney who served in the Ogden community. The June 4th proclamation coincides with the D. Smith Memorial 5K Fun Run/Walk hosted at Friendship Park in South Ogden on the same day. The proclamation was accepted by D's widow, Sherry. The council then received the annual report from the Ogden City Diversity Commission. Former Diversity Commissioner Chair Jeremy Shinoda highlighted the accomplishments of the commission over the last year, including 10 tabling events, unconscious bias training for Ogden City employees, ride-alongs with Ogden Police, the selection of the Ogden Weber Technical College Scholarship recipient, coordination for new refugees in Ogden, and many others. Through common consent, the council approved the reappointment of Thomas Soleil and Christine Ibsen, and the appointment of Monica Gill, Rebecca Tierney, Haley Van Patten, Colt Jarvis, and Kevin Lindell to the Ogden City Diversity Commission. After a public hearing, the council then approved a proposal for a right-of-way vacation at First Street between Washington Boulevard and Adams Avenue and rezone at 101 and 131 Adams Avenue. The petitioner is redeveloping the old Wayne's Guards property, and they plan to expand the property further north by vacating this right-of-way and rezoning it to C3. The Planning Commission unanimously recommended approval of the vacation and stated that the vacation is consistent with the general plan. The petitioner also proposed to rezone the rear portion of the two lots located at 101 and 131 Adams Avenue, as well as the First Street right-of-way located between Adams Avenue and Washington Boulevard. The council then approved a zone text amendment allowing food manufacturing in the Business Exchange Industrial Zone. The purpose of the change was to allow an ice cream manufacturing facility. The BEI zone did not previously allow food manufacturing because the zone was originally intended to be an area for manufacturing, research, and development of outdoor recreation products. The Planning Commission recommended approval, and they felt that food manufacturing should be permissible because there is a food manufacturer, Ogden Distillery, across the street. The council then set a public hearing and consideration for the tentative fiscal year 2023 budget. The public hearing and consideration for the tentative budget will take place in the council meeting on June 7th, 2022. In early May, Mayor Caldwell presented the proposed budget, which included 13% cost of living adjustments for general full-time employees, 14% COLA increases for sworn fire employees, and an 8% COLA increase for sworn officers, who received an average increase of 21.86% increases in November of 2021. It is proposed that a portion of the funding of these increases be done through a tax increase, in which case the council will have to go through the truth in taxation process in August when the final budget would be considered. However, by state law, Ogden City needs to have the tentative budget in place for the beginning of the fiscal year to ensure continuation of operations. The entire recordings from the meetings of May 17th can be accessed on the Ogden City Council's Facebook page and podcast with timestamps to skip to specific agenda items. If you have any questions or comments, please reach out to the council office at 801-629-8153 or send an email to citycouncil@ogdencity.com.